What's up, everybody? It's your boy J Mac, and welcome to Bigfoot Input. I know that this falls outside of the wheelhouse of paranormal, but generally, anybody that's interested in paranormal or cryptids or whatever likes something weird. And to me, this was just about as weird as it gets. Welcome to Thurmond, West Virginia. We had to drive quite a ways to get here, and once you get there, once you go down tons of little back mountain roads, you have to cross a very questionable single lane bridge that runs over New River. Now, don't misunderstand me. This is a tourist attraction. They have a visitor center with bathrooms. They have a little map that you can look at, and it gives you some history of the town and whatever else. So it's not exactly completely abandoned. But the day that we went, the visitor center was closed. The sun was not shining. There was no smiling people with their maps in hand touring the area. There was no one there. It was literally just us and Thurmond. And it was a cold, dreary day. So, walking, I guess you could call it the street of Thurmond. I mean, there really is it was just a railroad track. A little town beside the railroad tracks. And that was pretty much it. There was a parking lot, but you had to walk to the buildings. As you walk down the street, you kind of get the eerie feeling that someone's watching you out of the storefront windows. But of course, there was no one there. This town shut down in the 50s through a combination of reasons. One being one of the major banks shut down during the Depression. Then the trains switched from steam to diesel, and the tracks weren't designed for that. And then the last bank decided to leave and go to, I believe it's a town called White Oak, some miles away. And of course, the big thing about Thurmond is that when Thurmond created the town, he banned like alcohol and gambling and prostitution and things like that. There was a hotel across the river that someone else built, and it basically dabbled in all of those things heavily. And the hotel, instead of being called the Lafayette Hotel, got the name the Lay Flat Hotel. And I'll let you imagine the reason why they called it that. But so once the word got out, like, don't go to Thurmond because you can get killed over there at that hotel. So Thurmond's vision had pretty much fallen to the wayside at that point. His vision of having this town with high morals, etc., it was ruined. So when few key structures burned down in the 50s, no one rebuilt, and then when the last bank left, that was just the end of the town. So the Parks Department, from what I understand, the Lafayette Parks Department took over the buildings and decided to let people tour, and again, very interesting area with a very interesting history. There's a lot of old things lying around. It very much looks like it was just used, yesterday, but it's just completely abandoned. So I think the last census had like 5 people living in the town of Thurmond. And I'm not really sure if anyone's checked on those people lately, if they're still there. I really don't know. But there was absolutely no one there when we were there. Not a soul. And, the visitor center was closed. It was just, there was just no one there. And it's kind of a creepy feeling just to be the only person, walking around this town. That's about all I got, guys. It's an interesting thing, and I figured that you guys would want to see it. And if you ever get the opportunity to visit, hey, I would recommend it. But be prepared for an interesting drive to get there. It is deep in the mountains of Lafayette County, West Virginia. All right, guys, that's it for me. This is J Mac, out.